bitch, I am loud, live, and in motherfucking colors.
Dang!
Like, hell no. To the no, no, no. Yada, yada, yada. Like, hell no. To the no, no, no. What we gonna be talking about, girl? Like, hell no. To the no, no, no. I am a random motherfucker, okay? So,
parental discretion is advised.
What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your sister from another Mr. ThickChickVlogs, and we are here to talk about a couple of different things that are going on, or that is going on in the news, a couple of which happened a couple of days ago. Some things that just came out yesterday and today. The first thing that I'm gonna briefly go over, because I don't have a lot of information on it, and when I talk about something, I want to have a little bit of knowledge on it before I just go and start rambling about something that I have absolutely no knowledge of. And the first thing that I'm talking about is the ISIS situation that happened over in Paris. Now, how I found out about what was going on in Paris, about the terrorist attacks in Paris, was I was I think I was sitting in this room working or whatever, and it was breaking news on my television, because I don't know if I had it on CNN or what I had it on, but it was breaking news, and I looked over and I saw that there was, at first they said it was a shooting, because of course when the news first came out, people weren't really aware of what was going on, so people were speculating. So at first they said it was a shooting that happened at the concert hall in Paris, and then as time progressed and you got more news reporters and law enforcement officers and things like that were in that area that were on the scene, they later said that it was a bombing, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, there were 6 bombs that went off in this area. There were 6 different attacks, okay, that happened over there, and there were 123 people that were killed. I think it's over like 90 or more that are critically injured, and several others who are who were hurt in this situation. I mean, it's a really, really scary situation. And the next day, if I'm not mistaken, ISIS, if you guys don't know who ISIS is, ISIS is the Islamic group that is over there in Iraq or Syria, wherever they are. Not 100% sure, but they are the ones who accepted responsibility for doing this. So they basically admitted that they're the ones who attacked this concert hall over there in Paris, okay? And the thing about it that I'm a little confused, I really don't understand. I don't really know what's going on, the reason why all of this is going on. I know that, with the whole war thing and everything like that, from when we went to Iraq, when Bush was in office, and a lot of people are blaming Obama for this ISIS situation. If you know your freaking history, just a little piece of it, you would know for a fact that Obama and Bush are 2 separate people, okay? The person you need to be blaming this on is Bush. Now, I've seen photographs of John McCain in taking pictures with the ISIS leaders and things like that. It's a really, really scary family. If you sit there and you go and analyze a lot of this stuff, it is scary. But like I said, I don't have full information on it, so I can't just sit here and have a full conversation about it. But what I will say is, after when ISIS made that video accepting responsibility for the things that happened in Paris, they did say that they will be, attacking other places as well as here in the United States of America. And this is the statement that they said in this video. It said, we say to the states that take part in the Crusader campaign that by God you will have a day, God willing, like Francis, and by God, as we struck France in the center of its abode in Paris, then we swear that we will strike America at its center in Washington. And that you got a lot of people that are so scared to even go to the grocery store, because even over there in Paris right now, they're still on high alert, because they're thinking that they don't know if it's going to be another attack. Because one of the guys, I know 7 of them are dead. One of them is wanted, okay? He was apparently the mastermind behind all of this, and he is wanted. So they don't know where he is at this particular point in time. But the other 7 people who were involved in this terror attack are dead. But he is, he's still wanted. So apparently he's on the run. I know they have closed the Eiffel Tower down indefinitely until this whole, which is understandable. You got tourists that are over there. You have residents that are over there. You don't want people in these big buildings, these big structures or these big buildings with mass people, because you never know what's going to happen. So of course they have, like I said, they've closed down the Eiffel Tower indefinitely. Even over in New York City, the police are in full force in Times Square. They have upped their security in Times Square because everyone is on high alert. Like I said, there are a couple of people who've said that they've even taken their children out of school and started homeschooling them because they're afraid to take their children to school. And you got a lot of people who are saying, well, you can't necessarily protect yourself all the time. You're going to have to go, even if you go and get some gas or you go to the grocery store, you're going to have to go somewhere sometimes, so you can't live your life in fear, which I understand, okay? But this is just a very, very scary time. And it's really, what's even more scary about this whole, ISIS situation is that these people are extreme terrorists, okay? They do not mind blowing themselves up. They don't mind killing themselves. They have absolutely no regard for a human life. They have no regard for a human life. Anybody who can sit there and cut off someone's head and not flinch, something is wrong with you. Now, I haven't seen the video, but I know a couple of people who were able to stomach to watch. I wouldn't even want to watch that shit. But they got those videos on Reddit and all these different other kind of websites. Do not go and watch that type of stuff. Like that whole 2 guys, 1 cup, 2 girls, 1 cup. I can't watch that type of stuff. But for a person to be able to do something like that and not even flinch, something is seriously wrong with these people. And not only that, these people are becoming very, very, very electronically savvy. They are recruiting people via social media, Facebook, Twitter. Like I said, some people were saying, do you think that ISIS is already in the United States? Yes. You may even work next to somebody who's, working with ISIS. You never even know. A couple of the people who were, part of this terroristic attack over there in Paris were actually residents of Paris, okay? It's really, really sad and sick and scary that you can be living next to someone or working next to someone who is a part of this group of people who are extreme terrorists and have absolutely no regard for a human life or their own. Their goal is to kill themselves to push these people's agenda. And it's sad, and it's like I said, it's a time to pray. It's been a time to pray, but it's really a time to pray now because, family, it's only a matter of time. I hate to say it, but, a lot of people are saying, should we take this threat seriously? Should you take it seriously? These people said in a video that they're going to attack the United States of America. It's only a matter of time. And, it's scary having people who live in the, family members who live in the city. Not even just family members, having, knowing that people live in these big cities, take, subways daily. These different things. It's scary that a person can be on a subway and it just, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Just pray for everyone who was involved in this attack. Pray for all the people who lost their lives. Pray for all of the people who are hurt in this situation. It's a sad time, family. Just pray for it. Pray for humanity. Because, at this particular point, there's really nothing that we can do about it but pray. Because, you don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. All you know is that there is a credible threat, and you just got to stay prayed up in these types of situations. Because, like I said, this ISIS, Islamic group people, they are not to be taken for a joke. They are very, very serious, and they are very dangerous, and they need to be wiped off the face of this earth before they get to kill anyone else. And since we're on this situation right here, someone also asked me about my thoughts and opinions on the Syrian refugees that are being denied, basically being denied safety in the comforts of the United States of America. Because we already know a lot of these people have fled these terrorists because they're afraid of them. They're afraid of being killed. They're afraid. So they've been fleeing. And a lot of people, I know, for example, our governor has signed an executive order where he will not accept any refugees here in the state of Alabama, because he fears. I mean, you got a lot of people that are very, very scared. And, you know, you have a lot of people that saying, of course, and I'm one of those people, all Muslims are not bad. We don't need to be, you know, I'm not one of those types of people that's like, every single Muslim, you got to look at them cross-eyed. No, because that's just like a person who's sitting there saying just because they see a black person walking past their car, they got to lock their doors because they're afraid the black person is going to rob them. No, I don't think that every single Muslim person is bad, but I can understand how people are a little afraid because you never know. They may sit there and have a person who is, you know, in this group of people who are seeking refuge, and this person can turn out to be a terrorist. Of course, I'm not speaking on all of them. I'm just saying it could be one of those people who, you know, sneak in with the group, and that person ends up, you know, doing some type of terroristic act on the community or wherever they are. And, you know, I guess a lot of the government officials, they will be sitting there looking like, okay, I could have probably prevented this if I would have, you know, denied these people refuge in my state. You kind of get what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of people are really feeling bad about the situation. And they feel like, you know, people are wrong for not allowing these people to come and seek refuge here in the United States of America. And honestly, like I said, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I can totally understand why they don't want it, because they're afraid that, you know, maybe one of these people will, you know, sneak in some kind of way and, you know, end up doing something unthinkable. So I guess it's a form of precaution. You know what I'm saying? So there have been several governors who have signed executive orders to prevent these people from seeking refuge in their state. So all we can do is pray for these people at this particular point in time. Like I said, it's a very, very scary time. Pray for Paris. Just pray, family. Just pray. Okay, pray. Stay prayed up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. Okay, 366 on leap year. Now we're going to move on to professionally, okay? Next thing that we're going to talk about, okay, is Charlie Sheen. If you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure it's been all over your TV, all over your Facebook, all over your Twitter, all over your Instagram, that Charlie Sheen announced today on the Today Show that he is HIV positive. Okay, the first time that I seen it was on TMZ. Like, you got a lot of these other people, National Enquirer. I don't believe shit. I don't even look at the National Enquirer. I mean, unless I'm in a store or something and I'm standing in the line and I see the damn magazine, I might pick it up and look at it. But other than that, I don't read the National Enquirer, because 99.9% of everything that they have in their National Enquirer is bullshit. Okay, it's total and utter bullshit. So I don't even pick that up and read it. But they apparently are the first ones who mentioned that there was an A-list celebrity who was HIV positive. And they said there was a lot of people that in Hollywood that were kind of shaken up, because this was a, what they called you know, he was a womanizer. He was the type of person who had multiple sex partners. And a couple of days later, it came out that it was Charlie Sheen. And he did get on the Today Show today, and he did an interview revealing that he is, in fact, HIV positive. But he said that the disease is undetectable in his system. And he said basically the reason why he decided to come out is a lot of people have been blackmailing him, which I think is fucked up. You know, my thing is this, okay, so you gonna tell on me if I don't give you my money. I think it's a fucked up ass situation to blackmail somebody for some shit like that. But he said he's paid out millions of dollars in hush money for people to keep his status under wraps. But these people, I guess, continuously come to him trying to blackmail him, and I guess he decided to basically release the information on his own. Now, he has said that he did sleep with a lot of prostitutes, a lot of porn stars, a lot of different people, a lot of people who are in the industry, of course, Hollywood actors, Hollywood actresses and things like that. He's had a lot of really promiscuous sex, a lot of it being unprotected. But he said that he really doesn't feel like he exposed anyone to the disease simply because it wasn't detectable in his body. Which I still feel like, you know, either way, if you have HIV, you should disclose your statuses. If you're having a sexual partner, if you're going to have sex with somebody, you need to disclose your HIV status, whether you're undetectable or not. That should be that person that you're having sexual relations with choice as to whether or not they want to lay down in the bed with you, knowing that you have, HIV, okay? So you need to disclose your status if you are going to be sexually active with the person. I'm going to read you a little bit about what he said, okay? He said, it's a hard 3 letters to absorb. It's a turning point in one's life. Now, his doctor was on the Today Show with him, basically letting people know that, okay, he doesn't have AIDS. He has HIV, because I know a lot of people, are ignorant to the disease. They feel like, a lot of people automatically assume that HIV is a death sentence. When they hear those 3 letters, they automatically assume, oh my God, this person is contagious. I don't want them to be anywhere around me, because they're ignorant to the disease. They think that you can catch it from a person looking at you, okay? You cannot catch HIV from shaking a person's hand. You cannot catch HIV from sitting next to a person. You cannot catch HIV that type of way. So educate yourself before you do or say something ignorant when it comes to that, okay? And HIV is not AIDS. HIV is the virus that causes AIDS, okay? They're 2 totally different things, okay? I want you guys to be aware of that. And also HIV is, there are precautionary measures that you can take. Even if you decide that you want to have a sexual partner who is HIV positive, there are ways that you can have sex with a partner who has HIV to where you don't contract the disease. Just look at the situation with Magic Johnson and his wife. I'm very, very positive that Magic Johnson and his wife are sexually active, and she is not HIV positive, and he is. There are measures that you can take if you have a partner who is HIV positive and you're not, okay? There are a lot of precautionary things that you can take, that you can do to prevent yourself from catching the disease, okay? It says, I have put a stop to the onslaught, okay? This barrage of attacks on and of the sub-truths and are very harmful and merciful stories that are about me, threatening the health of so many others that couldn't be further from the truth. So basically he's saying that he has not been threatening the health of others, okay? That is untrue. He is undetectable. So he feels like that, what he basically has been doing hasn't put anyone's life at risk, because he said the virus is not in his blood right now. I guess they do periodic blood tests and things like that, and they haven't been able to detect the blood in his system since, but he has tested positive for it, but it's undetectable in his blood. It's really a complicated thing to understand, but it's just not detectable in his blood, okay? It says Sheen said he's trusted the diagnosis with people he thought he could confide in, but has paid out upwards to $10 million to keep the illness secret. What people forget is that that's money they're taking from my children. He said about the shakedowns he has experienced. I trusted them and they were deep in my inner circle, and I thought they could be helpful. My trust turned to their treason. He said appearing on Today will help put a stop to those payouts. That's my goal. That's not my only goal. I think I released myself from this prison today. So, and he said several other things, okay? He said, you're talking about needles and that whole mess. No, definitely not. So basically somebody asked him, was he engaging in dangerous activities such as drug use, sharing needles and things like that? And he said, definitely not. So basically his HIV came from promiscuous sex with prostitutes and porn stars and things like that. So he hasn't revealed who these people are that have been blackmailing him. All he said is they're in his inner circle, okay? So these are people who are probably close to him, who he decided that he wanted to confide in, and they've been taking money from him, money that he, was basically going to use, for his children and things like that, and of course for himself. And he basically decided that he was going to release himself from this prison and stop the blackmailing, because now that he's come out with his status, you can't use that against somebody. That's why I tell people, when you live in your truth, what can a person do? You can't use my truth against me. It's my truth. If I'm telling you my truth, you can't use that against me. It's absolutely no way that you can use a person's truth against them. So I definitely commend him for deciding that he wanted to come out and decide that he wanted to basically put a stop to the blackmail, okay? Now, it's also been reports, even though this just came out, there's also been reports that there are several people who have been in contact with Charlie Sheen sexually, who are planning to sue him. Yes, of course, you got, the paparazzi and shit and the tabloids and all these reporters who get information from people. They got inside sources. People know people. So it has been people that have came out that said they are going to sue him, okay, for, even though a lot of people say, if the disease is undetectable in your system, it's a slim chance that you can, I guess, give it to someone. I'm not really educated on that, so I'm not going to say, but that's what folks are saying. But these people are planning on suing him, I guess, for exposing them, whether they have it or not, exposing them to this virus without, basically acknowledging it to them, basically telling them about, disclosing his status to them before they became sexually active. Because I don't know about where you live, but in a lot of states, it is illegal for you to have sexual intercourse. Am I spitting? Excuse me. But in a lot of states, it is illegal for you to have sexual intercourse with someone if you have some sort of disease, whether it be HIV or an STD, knowingly. If you know that you have this disease and you lay down with a person, it is illegal, and that person and you can be prosecuted, you can go to jail, or that person can definitely sue you if you expose them to an STD or if you expose them to HIV or AIDS, okay, without disclosing your status to them if you knew about it. So if it's on record that you've been to the doctor and they told you about your status and you're around here having sexual, having relations with people without disclosing that information, you can be prosecuted, okay? You need to be careful with that stuff. If you have anything and you're around here having sexual relations with people and you're not disclosing your status to them, you need to be careful because you can go to jail for that. But shout out to Charlie Sheen for deciding that he wanted to come out and talk about HIV and AIDS. A lot of people don't talk about it, I guess because it's taboo. There's actually somebody that I want to interview, very, very beautiful woman who is diagnosed HIV positive. I really, really want to interview her. I'm probably going to hit her up on Facebook to see if she wants to do an interview with me eventually. We will see, and she can tell her story. And when I tell you guys, she has a very, very powerful story. It's very, very eye-opening to know that, a lot of people feel like, HIV it comes from people sharing needles or people having, multiple sex partners or whatever. Or some people even are so ignorant to think that only gay people get HIV or AIDS. That is so ignorant. She is neither one of those things, and she contracted the HIV virus from her husband. I really, honestly, and truly, I'm gonna contact her on Facebook to see if she will do an interview, a Skype interview or something with me, and I'll share it with you guys. But like I said, HIV is not a gay person disease. It's not a disease that people get from sharing needles. It's not just those things. So like I said, some people are very, very ignorant to the disease, and they need to educate themselves before they make themselves look silly. So shout out to Charlie Sheen for coming out and deciding that he wanted to share his story, okay? Because there are a lot of y'all who out there probably having multiple sex partners, ain't protecting yourself, and now you're probably sitting right here scared. Go to the doctor. Moving on. Okay. So that's what's going on with Charlie Sheen. What else is going on? Lamar Odom. Okay. So reports have come out that Lamar Odom, the man got so much brain damage. They say he can't even recognize some of his close family members or his friends. I don't know what friends or what family members they're talking about, but I'm assuming they're close family members and friends. He don't even recognize who these people are. And they said that he does say maybe one or two words here and there. And I think one of the words that they said that he say a lot is extra. I don't know what that means, but they say he says that he'll just say extra. What exactly that means, I have no earthly idea, okay? It said, from the report, the scariest part, Lamar can't recognize longtime friends and even family members when they come to visit. We're told doctors believe he suffered significant brain damage, which you can only imagine. Apparently, this man was unconscious when they found him. Ain't no telling how long he was laying there without getting oxygen to his brain, okay? No telling how long he was laying there without getting oxygen to his brain. So when you have a person, just like Bobby Christina, unfortunately, she lost her battle. But when you have a person who has been laying somewhere, no telling how long, without oxygen to their brain, when they put them on life support and things like that, depending on how long they have lost oxygen to their brain, they can have significant brain damage if they're not brain dead, okay? Thank God that he came out of this, but it's going to be a long, long, long road ahead for him until he comes to possibly being even half of the person that he was before all of this happened, okay? It's just really, really sad. And of course, a lot of people are still going in on Khloe Kardashian because apparently she was on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and she made a joke where she said, you know, basically I have a husband and a boyfriend. And Ellen kind of did look at her sideways like, bitch, no, you did not just say that. And of course, later on, I guess after she was getting a lot of flack for it on social media, again, you can't do shit without social media going ham and cheese on you. So, of course, people were going in on her on social media, calling her all kind of hoes, you fucking gold digger, all kind of stuff. And, of course, she didn't apologize, saying that it was in poor taste that she made that statement, saying that she has a husband and a boyfriend. But she said that she was joking, and people just basically took her statement out of proportion. And I really think that people did. I didn't think it was that serious because she did laugh after she said it, but whatever. I don't think, is there anything else that's going on? I really don't think there's anything else that's going on, family. I just wanted to come in and give you guys a video because you guys have been asking for the video. I tried to make it almost 30 minutes long, but I couldn't get it there. But I do have another video. For those of you that are into the Black Friday shopping, this is going to be my very, very first year. I've been Black Friday shopping before, but not really Black Friday shopping. But this year, me and my mother are going Black Friday shopping it's going to be Thanksgiving Day, like later on in the evening. My mom always cooks really, really early, but the sales start around 6 o'clock. So we're probably going to leave the house around between 3 and 4 just to, you know, get to where we need to be. I know Walmart is going to have a 55-inch that's going to be $149. Was it Target? One or the other. They have some really, really awesome deals. They have an iMac that's going to be, shout out to, I cannot think of your name, boo, your sexy self. I cannot think of your name, but he told me about this iMac that's going to be on sale at Best Buy. I could not find the Best Buy Black Friday ad, but he said it's on their website. But they have the ads and things that are online. You guys can go over to my other channel and you can watch the video. It's a 43-minute video where I'm sitting there looking at the ads with you guys online. We're having a little bit of conversation. If you guys want to see the Black Friday ads and see a lot of the deals that are going to be popping off for Black Friday, you guys can head on over there. I'll leave the link down in the description box down below. Other than that, be sure to add me on Facebook. The link is also always down in the description box below. Share this video on your social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, wherever you share videos at, girl, Facebook, all that good stuff. And if you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.